And we're live. Hi everyone, this is amateurgamer, and I'll be returning to Beyond Our Reason cast, and then we're moving on to a 2v2 on the Theta Crystal 1.1. For the bottom left corner, we have M. Rami as yellow, and red is Kalendori. On the top right, we have Norso as blue, and green is Yap. So going to start playing, playing the replay. And yeah, this is a map we have seen before, where there's kind of a hill. Kind of a hill here, a body of water, and then you have this fairly flat territory. And then it's just a question of... So both sides started on the low ground. That's interesting. I have seen certain games where one player starts on the high ground and one starts on the low ground, but I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, it's a question of that's a very interesting radar. I'm only saying it because this elevation is basically blocking off all of this, so you could sneak in quite easily through this area, but eh. Oh, I was like, wait, did the pawn lose to a tick? No, that was a grave robber. Yeah, I was so surprised. But that was an interesting harass. It seems like yellow and red are more defensive, while blue and green are more actively scouting, sending out units. Oh, never mind. Okay. Now we see some grunts from red. Have they been able to hunt down all the ticks? Or did that tick get away? It's a little hard to tell. We see some pawns. So it seems like yellow wants to take the high ground over here, which I have seen a bit past battles where one side takes control of this hill. And so far there isn't a lot of combat. Now if red isn't careful, a large group of pawns can be problematic. Though if you have guards supporting it, it does help. Interesting. There's some brief skirmishes. They did destroy one metal extractor, so there is that. And they will need to rebuild that. Wait. Oh, wait, no. Okay. I was like, are all the metal extractors... Okay, yeah. Red is paying attention. We see a bit of an engagement here. Yeah, if red isn't careful, this may not be an engagement they want to be part of. I mean... They have a smaller force, but the enemy has maces, so it's not exactly the easiest thing to do. Right now, in terms of military strength, blue does have the advantage. Let's slow it down. And blue also got some Lazaruses. Huh, they're just getting metal. I guess they're like, we don't need pawns, we just need maces. And right now, blue does have an advantage. Like that is the difference between, you know, 2v2 and 4v4s. Like in 2v2s, building up units become that much more important because, you know, if your opponent outnumbers you, then you're in trouble because if you lose the majority of your forces, rebuilding your forces to be able to counter the enemy is going to be a lot. They already got a hound? I guess the earlier scale... I want to know how they did it. Because they built maces. Unless maces are like... I mean, they still cost metal. I don't know how they got the resources. Yeah, that is interesting. So right now, yellow is happily guarding that area. And honestly, staying behind the ridge is really smart. Because if you're behind the ridge, your opponent won't know. And right now, I don't know if red could beat this. Between the maces and the hounds, it's honestly not a very pleasant experience. Yeah, like blue's forces are built for skirmishing. Though when you get thugs, I guess it does let you get some stuff done. I can't tell. Oh, green is also participating. I feel like the victor here will be whoever can basically make use of this wreck. Wreck it. I mean, pushing forward like this is not a bad idea. Okay, there's sprinters. Rocketeers. Centurions. Like I said, the victor will probably be the side that's able... They have sharpshooters. Oh, this is actually a scary group. Most things will get one-shotted. The grave robber is the right idea, but they need to actually control this location. Wait, did red lose their commander? They must have, right? Wait, did blue lose their commander? Someone lost their commander. Yeah, they're focusing down the sharpshooter, because if the sharpshooters are allowed to do what they need to do, it's gonna be very bad. What's interesting here is, despite having tier 2s, it doesn't feel like red is at a disadvantage. This is what I meant. Like unless your economy, which... I was like, do they have a tier 2 constructor? Because they're gonna need that. I feel like with something like this, reviving is better than reclaiming. Or resurrecting, sorry. Because that's a lot of units. And yes, getting resources is good, but you're not gonna be able to get units. You can't build units quicker than reviving this. Especially when there are like tier 2 sprinters, all of that. Interesting. Yeah, what red is like, oh look, green is sending units here. Yellow should attack, and honestly, yellow should. Because right now, red is keeping blue and green very preoccupied. Which does mean that, in terms of economy... That's the thing, like, blue and green have to win this. Like, decisively win this. If they don't... Ooh, yellow, do you have these units? Yeah, at this point, it seems like blue and green... So they're getting raided in the back here, and they also lost this engagement, which is really bad, because now, if they deal with this, this front opens up. So these units are a little too slow. If they were faster, I think they could have done more economic damage. But honestly, the damage really adds up when you think about it. And now the question is, will yellow and red push? You don't want your shelters that far forward to have. And now yellow has... Now yellow is more vulnerable, but yellow also built quite a bit of defenses. Like, this isn't something that green can easily break through. Now if red is resurrecting all of these units so that they will have an advantage. I mean, their forces are building up pretty rapidly. And right now, it seems like... Wow, they are producing Sheldons at a rate that you would not want to see your opponent produce it at. Just saying. So we are seeing some more engagements here. We do see these skirmishers. But at this point, blue has... Well, I was gonna say blue has enough hounds, but it's just... They don't have the DPS, right? The longer the battle goes, the better the hounds are gonna perform. And currently, losing all of this really hurts because they're gonna have less metal. Okay, they have getting the advanced metal collector. I was wondering if that's the case. Yeah, right now with red... Yeah, that's the problem. Red's large group of grave robbers is able to allow them to replenish their numbers pretty quickly. And I think blue is very close to losing their commander. And losing the commander... And even if not... Yeah. Damn. So, the MVP was definitely red. Red held back blue and green, allowing yellow to do damage. I mean... Yeah. Red was able to resurrect forces, hold off the enemy, and just stayed strong this whole time. Eventually they got to tier 2, but I don't even think their tier 2 played much of a role. But yeah, the fact that red was a big enough threat that blue and green both have to deal with it really made the difference, because that allowed yellow to get into a much better economic situation. Kudos to the bottom left team. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have a good one.